Alright guys, so welcome to my first money making guide for RuneScape 2007. I'm going to be going over 4 different methods, Slayer, talk about the importance of clue scrolls, nature's runecrafting, and Mortmire Fungi. Um, all very good methods, but you probably already know some of them, but it's just going to be going over what to do for them and how to most efficiently do them. Like I said, this is just the first money making guide. I have several other methods that I wanted to put in, but the video would have probably just taken too long, and so a couple other methods that I also had, such as borrows and merchanting and flipping. It's going to have its own individual guide in and of themselves. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Alright, so for Slayer, not much I can really tell you how to. I mean, you pretty much know how to do Slayer. Like, go to a master and get a task, whatever. But basically, a couple of tips that I can give. Definitely do something that's around your level. Don't try and skip up too high. You don't need Guthans and a Fury and Fire Cape and Bear's Gloves, all that stuff before you start slaying. But especially to make money right off. But that's what I did. But you don't have to do that. I went and got some of the best items for it beforehand, because I basically just wanted to use it to train combat, and because Slayer is my favorite skill, I just do it just because. So I want to make it enjoyable and fast. But for you guys, if you want to make money, definitely get 55 magic. Bring your nature runes and fire runes, and Alk whatever is above a nature rune price. Or you could make your nature runes and Alk, either way. Slayer is just so vast that you have to, customize it to where you're at in the game, your combat level, and the items that you have. You just have to make do with that. And so you really just have to make the decision yourself, weigh out what you want to do and when. But you have to also balance out how much you want to spend on the skill, which, you're watching a money making guide, so obviously you want to save a little bit. So using the methods that I provided, you should make a good amount of cash while training your combat skills, if that's what you want to do. Alright, and for the second method, clue scrolls, which definitely plays off the first method of Slayer. If you slay a lot, you will get a lot of clue scrolls. Higher level, monsters drop the level 3s. I definitely recommend doing those every single one you get. If you have one that you get where you can't because there are certain quest or skill requirements, what I do is I get the requirement for it before, I drop it or whatever, because, that's just how I am. That's one of my things that I do. You don't have to, especially if you're trying to make fast money, then you might just drop it and, go for another one. They're not that hard to get if you do Slayer. So you just got to balance that out yourself. What's it worth to you? If you get a level 1 or 2, then I would recommend doing those. There are a few good items that you can get from them. Sometimes it'll be 1 or 200k, but other times it'll just be 10 to 20k. But you can do those if you want. It's a little bit higher percentage to get something good for a level 1 or 2 scroll than to get something good for a 3 scroll. Like, chances of getting third age is a lot lower than Robin Hood or a Ranger boots. But yeah, you can definitely try out those if you want. Like I said, I would just recommend doing it alongside Slayer. Just every time you get one after the task, just go and do it. It'll be an extra few 100k that you can put in your bank after every Slayer task. Alright, next method is going to be Mortmire Fungi. You'll need to have completed Nature Spirit and Priest in Peril to have done this quest. Those quests aren't very hard, so wouldn't worry about it. You can have 50 construction, as you see. It's much easier. If you do have 50 construction, you can have an altar and portals in your house, and be able to have the Canifus teleport. That's the main thing. but basically what you're going to want to do is you just teleport to your house, recharge your prayer, teleport to Canifis, run down this area. You are going to need house tabs, but those are very inexpensive compared to the amount of money that you're going to be making. If you don't mind using up the 2 extra slots, you can just use runes to teleport to your house from there. Alternate route, you can use fairy rings, and you recharge your prayer in Artigone, whatever, however you say that, and then run up to the Legends Guild and use a fairy ring there to teleport down here to Canifis. You can do that, or you can use prayer potions, which isn't really suggested because they're pretty expensive right now. And as you can see, I'm finishing up my inventory here, just teleporting back to my house. You can pick up to 600 an hour doing this method from what I've read. I didn't do this for an hour just because, I thought it'd be a waste. But yeah, from what I've read, it's about an average of 600 per hour that you can pick. And right now on Zybez, it says they're selling for about 800 to 900 each, give or take, depending on what time of day it is. But that equates up to about 500 to 540k an hour. So if you want to spend the money on the house and all the stuff to put in it, and get the quest done, if you find yourself running low on energy, and you don't have a high agility, you can use super energy potions. This would easily pay for the potions, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. But yeah, that's it for this method. Alright viewers, fourth and final moneymaker, Nature's Rune Crafting. You can start out doing this. It'll be at Edgeville. You need to have completed the Abyss minigame. I suggest you go through and get the pouches up to the level you can use. It helps tremendously. Wear your best lightweight, weight reducing rather, clothing, and pickaxe. You can even use a little protection if you want to from PKers and the abyssal goonies inside here, whatever they are. But yeah, basically it's going to be about 1,500 an hour, what I've read from most sources. Some people report 1K, but that's it'll probably be closer to 1K if you're taking small breaks, or if you're kind of trying to AFK it, you're not really hardcore going for it. The max, if you're really hardcore going for it, you don't have to go back, charge your glories and all that. It'll be about 2K an hour from what I read. So yeah, nats are about 230 each right now, so that's 350k an hour if you're doing 1,500, and then about 460 if you're making upwards of 2K. But yeah, definitely I would suggest starting out with about 10 glory amulets to start. So you will have to spend a little bit on that, probably about 700k to start out. But it's definitely worth it, if you want to do this a lot for money. It's a little bit slower than the Mortmire Fungi, but you get XP for it, and it's one step closer to maxing. So that's why I do it over the Mortmire Fungi, because I'm an XP whore. The thing I'd like to mention is definitely bring a Ring of Dueling with you. I know it's tempting to bring a Ring of Life, in case of PKers and stuff, but if you're paying attention, it shouldn't be all that bad. You can just teleport away or run away, hopefully. But yeah, if you forget to charge your glory, or rebank a glory once you run out of charges, it's definitely going to save you a ton of hassle. And plus it has 8 charges, so chances that you run out of both and not notice is pretty slim. So there's that. Also, I would use energy potions, super energies, at all times. So yeah, that's really it for this method. Thanks for watching.